Shalom family, we are very glad to announce our singles workshop class. This singles workshop class, of course, will be led by myself and my wife. My sons will be there also. It will be on Sunday, June the 25th at 7 p.m. Now, of course, we have to mention this is open for those within the borders, singles within the borders. If you are looking for marriage, looking for love to someone that's in the Torah, then you'll want to be at this class. All that's single within the borders are welcome to join the class. Now, we have a problem. Of course, I don't just do things. The Most High gave me a dream concerning this, and we're acting on what He showed me in a dream. Now, most people, they just do things. That's not how we operate. We look to the Most High, and we don't look to think of something to do and then do it. No, let the Most High really orchestrate it. Let Him lead. Let Him direct. We have a huge problem, and this problem spills over into those that keep the Torah. It spills over onto these people, and the problem is there have been something that has been done to the people to make them not want to marry, and then we live in an evil, wicked generation, and people just choose not to, and that's not the Father's plan. His plan is for His people to be fruitful and multiply. We're different from those that were in Egypt in bondage. The more they oppressed them, the more they multiplied. And with us, they made sure we don't multiply. And so we have to go into the problems, the issues, and of course, we have to touch the root of the problem. This is a problem, is very important, and it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be fixed. Of course, we will have scriptures to back. It will be back with the scriptures. We have to go into the scriptures, and we have to look. We have to dig into what's really happening today to cause this problem. Of course, this class it will not cost you $50. It will not cost you $75. It will not cost you $250. If you look online, you'll find people, marriage classes, singles workshop classes. It's going to cost you something. Well, we don't operate in that Ruach. The way we operate is how they operated in the kingdom. And see, we had a lesson on this, because most people, their mind's not prepared for the wilderness or the kingdom. And in the wilderness and in the kingdom, things are free. Read the scripture. Where did they pay for miracles? Where did they pay for teaching and learning? Where? When? They didn't. Manna came down from heaven free of charge. And the people were used to free things. Today's generation, you tell them it's free, oh, that means it's poor quality. No, not at all. Not the least. Again, dealing with the Most High, you're not going to have poor quality. Dealing with His word, this isn't a poor quality class. This is an enriched class by using His word, by using the wisdom, the knowledge that myself and my family have, and others that will attend the class. We also bringing over 30 years of marriage experience to the class. Of course, there will be pointers, things you need to know. This is a very serious class, and we need everyone to take it seriously. This is not a online dating thing. That's it. It's not what this is. The Father is in this. The world do the online dating thing, and it's horrible. It's terrible. All right, so I have to mention some requirements. Because someone's going to be wondering, okay, what are the requirements? Okay, you have to be 20 or above in order to join the class. Of course, you have to be a Torah keeper. And I'm going to have to break this down a little bit so that everyone can understand. You must be a Torah keeper. You can't say, I keep laws, statutes, and commandments. That's it. No. This thing must be proven. It must be proven. Now, here's some things that will disqualify you. You hear on the channel so much. If you still keeping the Pesach, you're disqualified. You're not a commandment keeper. You're not a Torah keeper. He specifically told us we can't keep this within any of our gates. And so when you do it, you're disobedient. You're not a Torah keeper. You're a Torah breaker. Next one will not work. If you're in a cult, if you're in a group, Hebrew Israelite group, if you're in a church, if you're in a setting where there's a leader and he's controlling everyone, just like the government, he's controlling the people. You can't, you're not going to fit into this. This is free thinking, free-minded people. They're free. That's just it. We don't want people in prison. We came out to churches. When we came out to churches, we came out to prison. You came out to church, then you turned to an occult. Some of our people came out to church, then you turned to a Hebrew Israelite camp. You see, you didn't come out, you just changed your cult. Another thing, this one here is going to cover all the other lists. This one requirement, it covers all the other lists. Now, if you have someone to show you a direct commandment, here's a direct commandment from the Most High, and you ignore it, see, you disqualify yourself as a Torah keeper. Now, we do understand we are not all on the same level. Some of us been having dreams and visions for years. Some of us been in the Word, the Ruach teaching us for years. Some of us, it's just been a few months, a couple of years, 4 years, 5 years. So you're going to have different levels that we're going to be on. It's pretty simple and clear cut. Now, if you on level 1 and your possible mate is on level 20, it can work. That'll work. That one is willing to obey the Most High's word. We show direct commandments, they ready to obey. No problem. Oh, here's another big one. If you agree with Paul, the murderer, you agree with Paul. This is not for you. It's not going to, you won't be able to join what we're trying to say here. It's not. Listen, how can two walk together except they agree? One, the husband, watch this. The husband believes the Most High's Torah and the prophets. The lady, she believes the Torah, the prophets, and Paul. That's not going to work. You coming into a marriage with problems. Marriage itself, you're going to have problems. Not one marriage will not have any problems. That's not true. Anybody tell you that, they're lying to you. There will be issues. You're dealing with two different people with two different minds. Although they're like-minded, the likeness won't be 100%. We know that Paul was cut off. He didn't operate in the land. He was cut off from amongst the people. See, when you take the Torah, put Paul to the Torah. Tell a person, where did Paul operate in the land? Where did he sow his seed in the ground? When did he bring offerings to Jerusalem? And hit him with this one. When did he appear before the Most High on those 3 requirement times that are all men are to appear? Where did he appear? We read him going to Jerusalem one time. What is that? That's a disconnected See, he wasn't connected to the people. He wasn't connected to the Most High. He was cut off. When you do something in the land and you get cut off, you don't get killed. You did something to get you cut off. You got to leave out the land. Don't come back. You cut off. Paul was out the land, never came back. Period. End of the story. See, that's easy. Now, anybody want to go in and believe Paul after that? Let them. Let them. They'll be held responsible for following a murderer. They're going to be found guilty for upholding a murder as if they murdered the Most High's righteous people. Looking at my notes here, I do have a couple of notes. So we want the people to have open hearts, open minds. Of course, you have to be a lover of the Most High. In order for a man to love his wife, he can't love his wife if he doesn't know the love of the Most High. It's impossible. He knows man's way of loving. He knows how they do it. That's all he's seen all of his life. And so he will do the same thing. Of course, people have to be compatible. This is one of the things that have to be mentioned. We see mistakes happening. We see people struggling. And this is to help enrich the people. So all you have to do, send us an email. My email address is going by on the screen, eb3ami@gmail.com. Send us an email. Once you let us know you want to join, we'll add your name to the list. It is an online. It will be online. You'll be able to join the class. You'll be able to ask questions, interact. And we want to see the Most High's. We want to see His will done, not our will. His will be done. And at the end of the day, we have to. Testimonies will come from this. This is the Most High's doing. We just following along. You have to follow along. Play your part. Remember, we are here to fulfill. Okay, if you're, it's there. We're right now. We're in the midst of a slowdown of our people coming out, and they see things different now, and so they're like, okay, they're okay with where they are, and they had a mindset to come out, but they didn't come out. But see, this is one of the things you miss from not coming out. You miss the thing. You're missing the miracles that are going on within the borders. And I understand you come within the borders. That don't mean you're going to automatically get to see miracles. No, you got to be obedient. You must be obedient to His word. You're not over here in the borders trying to keep the Passat, something we can't keep. When the Most High see that, He honors it. And He will barak that one. Yahuah willing, there will be another one next month, because we've already started jotting down information that we have to go over, and it was more than what we thought it would be. There will be another class. This is the first class. There will be another class for July. We'll make that announcement. Most High willing, in the future, there will also be reminders of the workshop class. All right, so you know what to do in order to join the class. We hope to see you there. We hope to see marriages come out of this, families come out of this, children, babies come out of this, to add more testimonies to the testimonies that we already have within the borders. Shalom.